Hello. It is March 4th, 2018, and this is the first of what I hope will become a series of video blogs. And I guess I should start with a very important announcement, and that is I'm going to be a dad! Eventually, one day. The thing about becoming a parent when you are single and looking to adopt is it's very different from the way that most heterosexual couples end up coming into parenthood. They get to have that announcement of, we're pregnant, we're expecting a child, and then a certain number of months later, assuming everything goes the way it's supposed to, baby appears. That's just not how it's going to work here. I'm not getting pregnant that I'm aware of. I have no one else I am getting pregnant. Pretty confident in that one. So, exactly how is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? It's a little bit less certain. And from what I understand, once things get rolling, it could happen actually very abruptly. So, what I want to do in this video is document some of how I got to this point, what the most initial steps have been, and then as moving forward through this series, hoping to look at what the process is like and document major milestones as we go forward to me actually becoming a dad. So I've actually wanted to be a parent for a very long time. This is something that I've been thinking about for at least a good decade, probably longer, to be honest. It's something that I've very seriously considered and very much wanted to do, but up until recently, I've been prioritizing career and making sure that I have my career in the right place, finishing my PhD, landing a tenure track job, moving from that first tenure track job to a different tenure track job. And now I feel like in many ways, I've arrived. I mean, obviously there's still things to do career wise, but um, I feel like many of the major milestones have been accomplished. I'm at a school I really love teaching at, living in a place I really love living. I'm near to family without being too close to family. Um, in many ways, I'm where I want to be, except that I'm still not a parent, and that's something that I've wanted. And so it seems like it's time to start making that transition. And about, I guess, a month ago, give or take, I made a commitment to myself that by my next birthday, I must have at least initiated the process of becoming an adoptive parent through the state of Tennessee. Well, actually, as of Friday, I've basically done that. So 2 weeks ago, I submitted an inquiry form to the Department of Children's Services for Tennessee, saying that I was interested in becoming a foster and adoptive parent. Friday, just a few days ago, I got a hold of the Hamilton County Regional Office for DCS, and they told me a little bit more, and I ended up going ahead and signing up for the training classes that you have to do. In Tennessee, it's called PATH, Parents as Tender Healers, and it's a multi-week program that trains you in different kinds of things to expect when you're fostering or becoming a potential adoptive parent through the state. I couldn't make the next time that they have, which starts in April, because right now Tuesday nights are pretty busy and it runs Tuesday nights. But the one after that, the next one that they have coming is in June. So starting the first Saturday in June and running for, I think, about 6 or 7 Saturdays following that. The amazing thing is there's one Saturday they're taking off, and that happens to be the same Saturday that I need to be in Wisconsin for a conference. So I'm still going to be able to do the travel that I've been planning and do the training around it and have that training done by the early to mid part of July. So it seems like it's a really good sign. Things are lining up very well. In my next video, which I hope to be making next week over UTC spring break, I will be documenting some of the process of transforming my house into a place that is ready to take in a child. I have a second bedroom, but right now I've been using it as a glorified storage room and occasional guest bedroom when someone comes to visit, and that's not going to work. So I'm going to be taking part of the break to do some rearrangement, clean that room out, get it set up so that once the training and whatnot happens and everything is in place, that I actually could be in place to take a child and have that room be my kid's bedroom. So I'll be documenting that, and then of course I also plan to document the training process and the home study, and what this whole thing entails. Because in part because I think it's important to, but in part because also I'm hoping this might be useful for others who are considering such a thing. I know I looked around a lot online as I've been thinking about this over the last really few months, a few years, and the resources are abundant, but at the same time they're also in some ways very limited because um, there are just so many different configurations when it comes to being a foster or adoptive parent. And I found that the circles that all kind of run together in the Venn diagram that constitute my life, I can find little pieces of it that relate, but not everything. So maybe there will be no one else out there quite like me in that regard. But nonetheless, here's another piece of that puzzle in what this process looks like. So I hope you will continue to join me in the weeks and months ahead and share in this journey with me. As a former band director of mine would say, it's going to be a gas.